everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be the first, I always do two hands when it's just one. Today's going to be the first look of the Halloween season. My goal is to create 6 this year, 3 on YouTube and 3 on Instagram. Not really on Instagram, but just create the look and just post it on Instagram. That way I'm like creating content for both social media outlets, if that makes any sense at all. So please make sure to go and check out my Instagram. I'll leave it on the screen here as well down in the description box to make sure go check me out. Make sure you're staying up to date on the Halloween looks because I'm so excited for these 6. I have 5 already planned out in my head, or like ideas in my head. I don't know if I'm going to do them all. It just depends like when I actually go and work on them. I still need to find one more though, and I have no idea what I'm doing with that one more. So if you have any ideas or if there's anything you want to see, let me know down in the comment section below. I'm so excited to be filming this video. It is going to have to be a voiceover only because it is hot. It is super hot here in Hawaii. Like, I don't know what's going on with the weather and like what's going on in this world, but it is hot. So I need the fan on, which you may be hearing it right now. So I do apologize, and you may see things like flowing in the wind, my hair flopping in the wind, but that's just because I need to keep this fan on. Also, I recently discovered my old iPod, and I feel this iPod like back in the day, maybe like 10 years ago or so, or maybe like about 8 to 10 years ago. So it does have older music, and I'm living for the music that I have on here. So I feel like music also helps inspire me, so I need to listen to music when I try to do these more creative type of looks. This look, I normally try to practice looks before I actually try to execute it. Keep still, product, keep her still. But this one, I felt like it's just gonna be like, it just depends on the mood and how it's coming out to be. Now, I'm not taking any credit for this look whatsoever. I did find this look on Pinterest. Now, the one thing bad about Pinterest is that you really don't know who posted it. But it's this look here. It says Sumi at the bottom. It's like a galaxy type of look, and you probably would have known already from the headline or the cover, with a mixture of this. Now, this one does have a person. This one is Artistry by Alyssa. I'll leave her link down in the description box, like to her social media platforms if she has one. I don't know if she does, but it's going to be kind of like a combination of the two. I really like how this one like just stems up. Keep it together. I really like how this one just stands out down into the neck, but I also love the coloring of this one. It's more like pinkish purple, and then I love that she incorporated on the eyes. This one doesn't have much eye look. This one does, so I want to do a little bit of both, if you know what I mean. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, then just keep on watching. Alright, so make sure you stay hydrated, drink lots and lots of water. Your skin will thank me. I'm first going to be taking these 2 primers here. The first one's going to be the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer. This is just a really nice hydrating primer. I like to really hydrate my skin, especially if I'm doing Halloween makeup looks, just because there's going to be a lot of makeup that we pack on. Then, of course, we need something that's pore filling because we are going to be using heavier makeup. This is the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. I love this stuff. Then, going to be just spraying my face with the Urban Decay Vitamin Infused Prep Spray. And I like a lot of it, so I just take my beauty blender and just push that into the skin. Next, I'm going to be making a foundation concoction. I'm going to be taking first the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation in the shade 235 Pure Beige, mixing it with the Burberry Fresh Glow Foundation in the shade Honey number 32. These two together just made such a nice dewy finish to my skin, and I absolutely loved it. Not to mention, the coverage from the Burberry foundation is amazing. So again, just going to go ahead and use that damped beauty sponge to blend the foundation out. Now, since it is Halloween makeup, and I feel like this is the only time I can get away with heavy makeup, I decided to do a second layer just because I did not want nothing peeking through. Then, as always, I'm going to be taking a concealer. This is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer in the shade 20 Light Beige. This concealer is actually really nice. It provided good coverage and it was really easy to blend out. I actually really love the finished look of this and I highly recommend it, and I'm pretty sure it was really affordable. And then because I wanted the inner parts of my eyes to be really bright, I went ahead and used a brighter concealer. This is a Tarte concealer. It's the brightest concealer that I own. I'm just playing that on the inner part of my lower eye. Does that make sense? I hope that's making sense. Then I'm going to be taking the setting powder to set all this product that we just placed on the face. This is the Dermablend setting powder. I don't think there's a shade name to this, but I could be wrong. But I'm going to be placing a lot of the product on my under eye and then of course setting the rest of my face as well. We did place a lot of product, so just make sure that you set everything in place so nothing moves. Then after a bit, after you let it sit for a bit, you're going to go ahead and dust that all off. And then we're going to be moving on to the face. Now, it's going to look worse before it looks better, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be taking some light blush pink shades and I'm just going to be mapping out where the Galaxy look is going to be. I knew I wanted certain parts of the look to be very concentrated with a particular color. So pink versus purple versus blue versus black. So I'm just going to be mapping out the high points of my face that I wanted to be pink, which I knew was like the top of my forehead, my hairline, my cheekbones where blush would be, and then kind of like going down my neck and my jawline. Now you will see throughout this entire look, I'm going to be jumping back and forth between my eyes and my face makeup. This is just because anything you apply to your face, I wanted to apply to my eye. You know what I mean? And this is mainly just going to be the pinks and purples. Once we move on to the blues, the blacks, the deeper colors, I don't really add that to my eye. Kind of wanted the eye area to be very bright and a pop of color. Then I'm going to be moving on to the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. I'm going to be taking that really bright pink shade called Star Power. I absolutely love this stuff. Just be very careful because it did kind of like dye my skin. It got off. It came off by the end of the night, but still it did leave a mark from the time I filmed it till that evening. But it's such a pigmented shade and I absolutely love the color payoff. So if you don't mind the coloring on your skin, then just use it, girl. Just use her. And again, just really highlighting certain parts of the face where I wanted the pink to stand out. And it was mainly the outer perimeters of the look, if you know what I mean. Like I didn't really put it too close to the inside of the look, but I did blend a little. I feel like this was almost like my blending shade if you're recreating an eye look. Next, I'm going to be jumping into the Morphe 35B palette. It's a bright, colorful palette. I'm going to be taking the lavender light shade in it and just placing that throughout the entire Galaxy area. Now, this wasn't as pigmented as I wanted, which was nice though because it let me build to the pigmentation that I wanted. I also added this to the eye area you will see in an upcoming clip. This is just going to blend out the edges of the eye look. So I kind of wanted it to go from pink to purple and let the purple fade out to the face. And yeah, so just build up the inner part of the Galaxy with the purple until you are happy with the pigment and the color payoff. Now with the darker purple shade in the Morphe 35B palette, I'm going to be just applying this and just building up the color in the area. Now again, just trust the process, and I know it looks really rough, but once you start adding in all the different colors and all the different layers of color pigment, like she comes together, like she comes to life. So trust the process. One of my biggest tips, and I think it really helped shape the look, was that I tried to keep the darker colors where you naturally would put darker colors. So I kind of put the darker purple on the jawline, the contour line, and then just on the perimeters of the forehead. And then right now I'm just kind of blending out the edges with some of the pink and just again building the colors, and just keep building the intensity of the color until you are happy with it. Because there are going to be some times in this look that you would collect my thoughts, that you could technically just stop there and be happy with it, but of course I just have to keep adding more. I am so sorry for the changes in the coloring of the video and the lighting in the video. It's mainly because the lighting during the day changed, and you could probably see in the background if you watch the white blinds behind me. The light just kept getting higher and higher and higher and higher, or darker and darker and darker, however you want to think of it. Anyway, we're going to be moving on to the blues in the Galaxy look. So just the dark navy blue in the Morphe 35 Old palette. Again, just applying it where you naturally would contour your face. That way it just helps better shape the face. I am going to be adding it in other areas as well, just not as intense and as dark. But to keep the look consistent and have a nice flow, I did try and put the colors everywhere. And you can see, like, I'm constantly looking to make sure that we're looking decent and that the look is making sense. And then I quickly referenced the look, and I noticed that I had a really nice turquoise teal shade mixed in with the Galaxy coloring as well. So with the 35B palette from Morphe, I just took the teal shades in there. I think I might have mixed in some of the Jeffree Star eyeshadow in the shade Expensive. I may or may not. I know eventually in the end I did. I don't know if this clip I'm actually using it, but I absolutely love what this blue did to the look. I think it definitely added some pop of color. As I continued to look at the look, I noticed that there wasn't anything consistent that was carried throughout the entire look. Does that make any sense? I feel like this whole video I'm not making any sense. So I felt that I needed black to soften out the edges, as well as just carry a consistent shade and coloring throughout the look. So through the different colors and the different edges, I went in and added a really light hand of gray, and then I went ahead and blended it out with a really fluffy brush. I added some black to the fluffy brush as well to just add the black throughout the look and darkening certain areas. I wanted the eye look to be matte, so I took the bone color shade in the Beauty Killer palette and just applied that on the inner part of the eye. I usually do like shimmer shades, but I thought I'd try something different because the Galaxy look was going to be so shiny and highlighted. I wanted the eye to stay a bit more muted. Now this is definitely where the look just stepped up a notch for me. I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay Vice 2 eyeshadow palette, and these shades in here are like have a metallic finish to it, and I loved what it did to the look. So I'm going to be taking two of the more bluer shades in it, Prank and Madness, and just add that to the blue areas of my face. And then they had two purple shades, Voodoo and Betrayal, and adding that to the purple areas of my face. Then they had a black shimmer shade, which are Smoke Out and Love Sick, and then applying that to the black areas of my face. And I think this really made the look. I think if you need a shimmer shade, you can use it from any palette, but I definitely and highly recommend adding this because it just highlights the face. Another thing that you can do that you'll see I do later is that I just took a basic highlighter and brushed it all over my face. Next comes the fun part. I'm going to be taking the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade White and applying dots all over my face. That's going to act as stars. I did do some dots or stars that are crosses or lowercase t's. This is just going to look like it's sparkling, and I definitely recommend adding a few of these into the look. Now, there is definitely no rule on the number of dots or stars that you can create, so just do whatever your heart desires and create as many as you want. Next, I did not have a black lip liner, so I'm just going to be taking a NYX eyeliner in the shade Black to outline my lips, and then I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in black. Alright, and that's gonna complete the look. I do apologize for like the change in the lighting throughout the video. The time of the day changed and this look took a lot longer than I anticipated, but I think it turned out absolutely beautifully. Like, I love the way it turned out. I will say the only thing is this black lip. It's super hard to place, so my lips look a little uneven right now, but for the most part, I'm loving this look. Like, loving. Like, just in the middle of changing my angle of my face, I feel like the coloring of the video changed. So I do apologize. But I hope you folks enjoyed this video. Again, this is going to be the kickoff to the Halloween season. I'm so excited to be doing this again. I've done this for 2 years now on my Instagram. I think I've done a few here and there throughout the Halloween season during my time here on YouTube. But like, creating multiple looks, this is going to be my 3rd year on Instagram, so please make sure to go check me out there. Follow me on Instagram, that way you never miss a look that I create this season. If you like this video, please make sure to give a big thumbs up, click subscribe before you leave, turn on that notification bell, that way you're notified next time I upload a new video, especially for the month of October, because you don't know when my Halloween looks are gonna drop. But yeah, that is everything. I hope I said everything. Until next time, folks. Bye.